Hi everyone. So I'm trying to do a video really fast. Well, it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a video, but I'm trying to just get it done because I've done this video twice already, and my camera just cuts out on me. So I did it last week and I realized I didn't have any video. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time because my camera gives me absolutely no warning. Anyway, a lot's been going on, so I will just jump right into it so we don't have like an hour-long video. Hopefully it's not too long. Anyway, how about I go ahead and show you my belly really fast because you probably don't want to wait like through the whole video to see that, so I'll go show you that now. Okay guys, here is the belly shot. My 29-week Eli belly. He's actually taken on a different shape than Logan did. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I just had to run downstairs. Oh, my Roomba's knocked over a picture frame that was on the ground. So, yeah, here is my belly. I've been walking a lot lately, and on Sunday we were in Nashville, and I told my husband that I almost wanted to go to the hospital because he had dropped really far down, and it felt like he was going to come out, and I was getting kind of worried. I was in a lot of pain that day. My back was hurting, everything was hurting here. I had like ligament pain, stretching, and I wasn't sure. I was afraid if I took another step that my water was going to break. Like, it was that much pressure and pain. But it looks like he moved back up, and I was reading online that they can do that. So, yeah, there's the belly button. It's popped out, like, I don't know if you can see, I'm in the mirror. Sorry, this is kind of gross looking at my ugly belly button, but it's popped out, but like this and this is so poochy and big that when I put my shirt down over it, you can't see. You can't tell that it's popped out. So, I've got this like weird indentation, but it's okay. Love my baby belly and don't care what shape it is. I just love that there's a baby in there. So, yep, there's the Eli belly. Say hi. Okay, so that was my baby belly, and he's getting there. He's getting big. At my last ultrasound, he measured 2 pounds 6 ounces, and that was at 27.5 weeks. So, yeah, he's getting big. They said he was in the 52nd percentile, which is, you know, perfectly average, and those ultrasounds can be off a little bit. They said that the ultrasound's mainly accurate during the first trimester, like around 8 to 10 weeks, that it's the most accurate, and then it gets off the farther along you get. And towards the end, it can be off plus or minus 2 pounds, like in either direction. So, like I said, a lot's been going on. After I did my last video, it was a few days later, I'd gone to the bathroom, and I saw blood again. And I wasn't really freaked out like I was the first time, only because this happened when I was 19 weeks, but I was kind of like really worried. So I investigated up in there, and there was no blood in my cervix or anything. So I was like, what's going on? So I turned around, I went to go flush, and then I looked down and I realized that the blood was in my urine. So I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I called my doctor, and I went in and they tested it, and there was blood in my urine, so I had a kidney infection, I guess. But that was good knowing that it wasn't from, you know, anything happening to Eli. So I got put on antibiotic and all that. Then the following week I had my glucose test, the 1 hour, and I had taken my antibiotic that morning, and I forgot to tell them I was on it. Well, I ended up failing my 1 hour. So I was really shocked, really shocked. I've always had low blood sugar. So I was researching that antibiotic, and it said that it can significantly increase your blood sugar levels. And I'm like, that's what happened. So they scheduled me for the 3 hour. I was really upset and ticked, but I understood that they had to do it. So I went in just angry. My husband had taken off that day and had that day planned because we were going to do like a family outing, and here I am having to stay at the lab for 4, because you have to stay there basically 4 hours. So I had to stay at the lab for 4 hours, and I just was not happy. I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get there at 6:30, and it's just, ugh. Anyway, so I get there and I was very upset and angry the whole time. But the ladies there were really nice, so it was hard to stay angry when they were all, you know, fun and laughing and just full of energy and life. So I kind of just got over it. And what they do, if you've never had the 3-hour done, what they do is you go in and they test your fasting blood sugar. If that is in the normal range, which is less than 90, then you are able to drink the glucose drink, which is actually twice the amount of glucose than the 1 hour. So instead of drinking the 50, I think it's milligrams or whatever, you drink 100, whatever the units are of the drink. So, I got the fruit punch this time, which is a lot better than the orange. I actually like the orange, but the fruit punch was really good too. I think I'm going to do that from now on if I have another pregnancy after this, which I'm hoping. Let's see. So, I got my results back, and I passed the fasting. So then I was able to go ahead and drink the fruit punch one. So I drank that, and then what they do is every hour on the hour they take your blood. So I got poked 4 times, and the lady used the same arm 3 times, and eventually I'm like, can you please use the other arm? Like, oh. So that was over, you know, was it 2 weeks ago now? A week and a half ago? So they're healed now, but I did have like big bruises on my arm and stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to switch hands and make sure my camera's recording. Hold on. Okay, we're still recording. So, they did that every hour on the hour. People came and went in the lab, and there was this one guy. I just got to tell you this. This is completely irrelevant, but it was just like, when you're pregnant, people just feel the need to, like, talk to you about your vagina, I guess. It happened with my son. I worked with him, so I saw a lot of people every day, just different people, customers and stuff. I worked at a marina, so we'd have boaters come in all the time. And when people see you're pregnant, they want to talk about birth and your vagina. So this guy comes in and he sees I'm pregnant, and he's like, how much longer do you have? And I tell him, and he's just like, it's just so amazing. It's so amazing that and he used hand gestures, which was kind of odd. He's like, that your cervix will open and that a baby will emerge. He said emerge from your vagina. And I'm like, yep, that's amazing. Like, I didn't know what to say. It's like, dude, please don't talk about my vagina, please. And I was gonna say, you know, babies can get here through C-section too. They don't always come from the vagina, to be a little smart ass, but I just didn't want to say anything. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, it's great, it's wonderful. You try doing it if you think it's so wonderful. No, I'm just kidding. But, so yeah, thankfully I was called back like a few minutes later to do my other testing. Anyway, so I did that one, the 3-hour, and I was not on any antibiotic. I'd been off for 2 days, and, I got my results back that Friday. Okay, not quite sure when my camera decided to stop recording. But anyway, what I was saying is that I got my phone call back on Friday with my test results about the 3-hour. And I just knew I was gonna pass. I mean, it was the antibiotic that messed up the first time, right? Yeah, it had to be. So when she called me and told me that I failed, I was so shocked. She said that the cutoff for the 1 hour was 180 and my number was 190. And the cutoff for the 2-hour or 3-hour, I forgot, was 155 and I was 157. Yes, baby. So, hold on.
Oh, robots.
You want this one?
Yeah, it's a robot.
Okay, that one's 5 minutes. That's better. So, she was talking for a while, like 3-4 minutes, just telling me all the information that I needed to know about meeting with a nutritionist and, nutritionist, whatever, and, meeting with the doctor, and then how I'm now high risk again, and I have to meet with, the high risk doctor again, which I love her, it's no big deal, but it's just like, I was trying to process everything. In the middle of her talking, I just start crying. And I feel like such an idiot now. And I don't know. So I didn't get to see the is it nutritionalist or nutritionist? I'm just going to call her the dietitian. I didn't get to see the dietitian until, I think it was that Tuesday or that Monday. So it was Tuesday. So I had to go the whole weekend thinking every single meal I was eating was hurting my baby. I had no idea what to eat, what not to eat. Like, I was cutting out sugar, but now I know there's a lot more to that, and I knew that then. I just wasn't sure, like, to what extent. So, yeah. So I met with the, let me back up just a little bit. When I failed my 1 hour, I had told everybody. I had told my mom, I had told family and friends, and my dad. I told everybody that I failed it because I was so upset because I was sure the antibiotic had something to do with it. I told my grandma, who is diabetic, and my grandma said that when she was on antibiotic that her doctor says they don't even bother taking blood sugar because it affects it. So that's why I was so sure I was going to pass the 3 hour. So, but some people that I told... What, baby? Okay. Sorry, I'm just watching this video. It's really weird. Some people that I told had such a bad stigma, I guess, attached to gestational diabetes that they were blaming me. They were like, well, you should have eaten better. You shouldn't have done this. Like, oh, well, that's not good. You know, you need to have a healthier diet. You need to think about your baby. And it was just like, it was such a blame on me. And I was like, oh my God, I did this. And I started feeling really bad. Even though I looked it up and I knew that it had nothing to do with what I did, it still made me feel like that. So when I failed the 3 hour, I actually didn't tell anybody for a few days. I told my dad right off because my dad's awesome, but I didn't really tell many other people. So I finally did after I talked to the dietitian, and she really helped explain what it is and how they don't know how you get it, but exactly how you get it. But she explained how it's not your fault. So I met with a dietitian on that Tuesday, and she showed me a graph that really helped. So I'll try to like explain it. Basically, the farther along you get in your pregnancy, the more your blood sugar will rise. Like, it'll just be harder to maintain, not harder to maintain, but the more your blood sugar will rise. So your body produces insulin, and in normal women, your body will accommodate that rise in blood sugar and produce adequate insulin. In women with gestational diabetes, your body is just like, oh, I'm just going to keep on producing the same amount of insulin that I've been producing. So it's kind of like flatlined or a little, you know, just stayed constant as your blood sugar's rising. So because of that, your blood sugar will increase the farther along you get. So that's why they do the tests of like around 28 weeks, because that's when your blood sugar starts to go up. Some doctors do it before, in case, I think, she said some doctors do it before if you've had previous gestational diabetes, or if you have a strong family history of diabetes, they'll do it before. But anyway, so I hope that made sense. So the farther along you get in pregnancy, the farther along you get in pregnancy, the more your blood sugar will rise. And in normal pregnancies, your body will produce adequate insulin for that. But in my case, with gestational diabetes, it doesn't. So if anybody's had that explained differently to them, please comment below, because that's how it was explained to me. And I've been trying to research as much as possible, because I feel like a big failure, honestly. So if anybody's told anything different, please let me know. Hold on. Okay, still recording. So, they said basically they think, there's not 100% certain of why it happens. It happens in about 2 to 10% of pregnancies, and they think it has something to do with the hormones secreted by the placenta, and it's just kind of interferes with everything. She said that she has had people who have the best diet she's ever seen, and they still have gestational diabetes. She said my diet wasn't too bad, and but obviously I still had it. So she's like, it has nothing to do with what you did during pregnancy. So she gave me a meal plan and all that, which tomorrow I'm going to, let me make sure I'm still recording. Which tomorrow I'm going to try to wake up and do like a day in the life with gestational diabetes thing, because it's quite, there's a lot involved in it. I have to take my blood sugar 4 times a day. I have to eat 6 times a day. There's special ways of doing it. So I'll go ahead and make a video with that. I'm not going hungry, which is good. I'm actually having, not forced myself to eat, but some of the snacks, it's just like, I'm not really hungry, but I'll just eat to eat. You want more robot?
More robot.
Okay, how about we do the spider one?
Robot.
You want the spider one?
No, what you Paula
Which one do you want?
robots.
You want this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ow. I don't know if I could sit down right, huh? So, I forgot my whole train of thought, but like I said, I was going to try to do a video tomorrow with that. Oh, so she gave me my meal plan and all that, and I've been eating, like, she's told me, and my blood sugar was super low. The first day following her meal plan, I wasn't above 70. Like, I was 68, 65, super low. I thought I was going to pass out one time in public, so when I got home to take my blood sugar, it was 61. So, I called her the next day, and she just said, yeah, you're going to have to eat more carbs. The allowance I gave you isn't right. So she's like, for you, it's a trial and error thing, so you need to eat more. So I've been eating a little bit more than her allowance, and my blood sugar's been up higher. It's been in the 80s and 90s now, and I feel much, much better. But, you know, like, I'm not supposed to be above 120. And I'm just like, the whole time, I'm like, I don't have this. This is probably still, you know, from the antibiotic in my system. And I said, my blood sugar is so low. Like, there's no way I have gestational diabetes. So I went the whole week thinking, I don't have this at all. And my worry and my fear about all the complications of birth and everything just vanished until I had a Pepsi. So, yeah. I had about 8 ounces of a Pepsi with dinner, and I tested my blood sugar, and I was at 146. 2 hours later. Yeah, I wanted to cry. So I now know that I really do have gestational diabetes. Had nothing to do with the antibiotic I was on, and that it's easily controlled. So I'm really happy that I can control it so easily with diet, because I know a lot of women can't and have to take insulin. So that really makes me happy, and I'm thankful for that. Now, as for like risks and everything, I haven't been able to talk to my doctor yet. I swear I'm going to throw this camera into the wall. So, my appointment's June 9th, and I should have pushed a little harder to get an appointment earlier with him, but I just have so many questions. And the nutritionist, dietitian, whatever she is, she gave me statistics of like all the risks and possible complications, but with that I had questions, and she couldn't answer those questions because she's not a doctor. So she told me that if you have gestational diabetes, you're at a very high risk of a C-section. But the way she said it was, you know, you're probably going to have a C-section because statistics show that. You want this one? This one?
Yes.
Because statistics show that women with gestational diabetes get C-sections. And I had a ton of questions. Like, if I keep it under control, will I have to have a C-section? Like, will my baby be big? Why do these women have C-sections? Is it because of increased blood pressure, because of the gestational diabetes? Is it because they have to be induced? Because a lot of women with gestational diabetes get induced early. She's like, I can't tell you. She couldn't tell me anything, which I understand, but it was like, I don't think they should have the dietitian give me the statistics if they can't answer the questions that I have, because it just left me very uneasy, feeling very uneasy after the appointment. So, he loves robots, so he's watching like this robot video of like this big giant robot running. I don't know. He's like, go robot, go. Anyway, so yeah, I left there kind of upset that I didn't have any of my questions answered. So hopefully my doctor can put my mind at ease with all of this. From what I understand, women with gestational diabetes have bigger babies because as your blood sugar increases, the baby's blood sugar will, or insulin, the baby will try to produce more insulin, and that in turn turns into fat for the baby, so the baby can get bigger. But with that theory, I mean, you think if I keep it under control that he wouldn't gain weight. like if my blood sugar never spikes, and his insulin will never rise. So anyway, another one is the baby's blood sugar could be too low after birth if he's used to having a higher blood sugar and therefore producing more insulin all the time. After he's born, it'll be a dramatic drop in blood sugar, but his insulin will still be up, so he could have problems then. She did tell me though, I forgot what percentage it was, but there's a high percentage of babies with gestational diabetes mothers end up in the NICU. She told me that babies born with mothers with gestational diabetes, that their lungs don't develop as quickly, so I could have a full-term baby and he could still have problems breathing. She told me that I have a 40 to 60% chance of developing type 2 diabetes 5 years after birth, and I still have a risk of being diabetic after birth, even though most women are fine after. A lot of women don't have diabetes when they're after the baby's born, but it could come back in like 5 years. So I have to get tested 6 weeks postpartum, and then again, I think she said every year for 3 or 4 years or something like that, or 3 to 5 years. So that's very concerning for me too. Mainly it's Eli. That's the concerning part. Like, she said that they don't let you, usually doctors don't let you go past your due date because the placenta can die faster with gestational diabetes, so they don't like to let you go past your due date, so induction's usually required. And there it goes right back to the whole C-section question. Why do these people have C-sections? Is it because they were induced and there's usually a higher risk of C-section with induction? Is it, like, there's just so many questions, and I need to ask my doctor. I don't know. Like, C-section or vaginal birth, I care, but then it's not that big of a deal. What the most important thing is that, you want this one? The most important thing is that Eli gets here, but I just wish I had my questions answered. So, yeah, that's just what's been going through my brain this entire time, is just what if, what's going to happen? It's just the complete unknown, which I guess being pregnant, that's just how it is. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, as for symptoms, I'm going to stop talking about that whole thing because I'm going to do my video tomorrow. But as for symptoms, Eli's kicking a ton. He's kicking a lot now. Well, he's been kicking a ton, but he's still kicking up a storm. He's kicking me right now. I'm not out of breath like I was. I am, but not as bad. I've been walking every day. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. The dietitian also told me that walking for about 30 minutes after every meal, which is not realistic, especially when you have kids, but or you work full time. But she said walking 30 minutes a day after every meal. Crap, do I have to take my blood sugar?
No, what?
Ah, I gotta go take it. Is the equivalent of getting like a shot of insulin. It's like a natural way to lower your blood sugar. So I'm actually gonna go take mine right now. I should have taken it like 4 minutes ago. So if you guys want to watch. Okay, can't see how much you guys can see, but I've got to rush to do this. I just washed my hands. Because it is, she said it was time sensitive, so I should have taken it 5 minutes ago. Hold on, baby, mama's coming. Seriously, the worst part's not poking your finger. The worst part is waiting for the results. I think I did this finger earlier today. Oh, I didn't poke it. Okay. Since I didn't puncture the skin, I'm just going to do it again. There we go. Mama poked that one. Ooh, I'm at 101. Okay. Okay guys, so I just took my blood sugar just now after my breakfast and it was 101. I was 5 minutes late, so I'm gonna say it was probably a little bit higher than that, but not much. I have to be under 120. I was just really curious this morning because I had, I'm only allowed 30 to 35 grams of carbs for breakfast and I had 50. I got a bad Charlie horse in the middle of the night, so I had a banana this morning, even though she told me no fruit in the morning. So it looks like I can handle that, so that's good. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a message from AT&T saying I'm over my data usage. Oh no, I'm more than 65% of my data usage. I just realized I was not on Wi-Fi the whole month, so I don't know how that happened. Anyway, guys, this is my very discombobulated, random, all over the place update. Hopefully I have some luck editing it. Oh, I'm gonna chill. So, hi.
Hi, Woody.
That is Woody. Can you say hi, YouTube?
No, Woody, hi too.
You don't want a hi tube?
No.
Why not? You're gonna be grumpy pants?
No.
Can you show him Woody?
Woody, no.
No. Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Yeah.
Say yeehaw, Woody.
No, Woody,
See, he's just, he won't do anything I'm telling him. I don't want to. He's in that stage where it's like, you want to go, you know, do this? I don't want to go do that. It's like a little attitude. You got an attitude?
Packet?
You got an attitude, mister?
No.
I think you do. What's your shirt say?
Poo-poo.
It does not say poo-poo. Let me see your shirt.
Poo-poo.
Ew, that's gross. Where does the poo-poo go? Does it go in the potty?
No.
Yes, it does.
What?
Do you want to use the potty?
No.
I think you do. It says #1 Big Brother. Alright, can you say bye?
Bye, yeah.
Can you wave?
Yay.
Yay.
Bye, bye, bye,
Bye, bye, bye. Alright, everybody, so I will do my video tomorrow. Hopefully I remember, and I will see you whenever I upload this and whenever I upload my one tomorrow. Alright, thank you guys so much for everything, and yeah, that's about it. Mwah. Peace. Bye.